Hey guys, Bob here. Got my next upgrade for the CF Moto in today, and there it is. It's our front and rear bumpers. They are direct factory brand bumpers made for the CF Moto 600 Touring, and these work on the 2020, 2021 models, and they're a bit of a bargain compared to some of the other off-brand bumpers available out there. Most of the other bumpers I've come across are about $250. As of right now, these are $179, and I was told from the distributor, which is cfmotowarehouse.com, that because of the size, this is the first time they've got them in, and I may be one of the first ones who's actually got the CF Motos in to try to put them on here. The first time they got them into their warehouse, so they got to look at the size of the boxes and determined that they told me I better order them while I can at the price that they're at, because they're either going to raise the price on the bumpers or raise the price on the shipping considerably. So I kind of snatched that deal, and hopefully I can get this video up so anybody interested in getting themselves the same deal can get that before they make those changes. Like I said, all the other off-brand, there's not much to choose from. Bumpers out there are about $250 a piece. So these front and rears were $179.99 each. So it's a pretty good savings. So hopefully they look good. We'll give them a try. And we'll see what we think about them, and if you guys like them, you can snag that before they raise the prices on them. Alright, let's take a look. First, what I'm going to do is give you a good look at what this looks like with just the factory built-in bars there. Both front and rear. So it is two boxes. So you got front and rear bumpers here. Probably the way to go, because I probably saved a bit on shipping getting them both at one time. In addition to the front and rear bumpers, they also have rack extenders for the front and back. I'm not going to be getting those, but those are an option. They do have the factory designed bag, which is a bit pricey, but if that's you like the way it looks, that's an option for you. You can also get a windshield for this. Most of those I'm not going to be getting. I'm just going to do the front and rear bumper, which is pretty much all I need. But let's go ahead and take this apart. So this came from Millersburg, Ohio, I believe, and I'm in Joseph, Oregon. It took about 4 days to get here via UPS, and I don't know if it's a glitch on the website or what, but I paid $12 for shipping. I think the next slot up was 20 bucks, so even if that was a glitch, it's still 20 bucks to ship right now, so that's a pretty good deal. Let's separate this up here. Alright, so CF Moto genuine parts. There's our details on the front bumper here. There's your part number. And I'll have those in the description, as well as a link to the actual pages for where to get these. And here's your rear bumper part number there. And here's a breakdown of the price. So yeah, I ordered that on the 3rd, looks like, and today's the 8th, so pretty quick to get it here for that $12.99 shipping cost. Alright, let's go ahead and open these up and take a look. Moto accessory setup instructions for the front bumper. Looks fairly simple here. This looks to be the same grade and size tubing as the factory pipes here, which should make for a really nice clean look. So that's that out of the box there. And I'll go ahead and take the foam off of this, and we'll go ahead and start putting this on. Looks like it is held together by a total of held on by a total of 4 bolts maybe. Alright. I will say, little concern, the bag that would have held the bolts is taped on the inside of the box here, and it is empty. I did hear some rattling around, and we've got 2 Allen wrench bolts, which are little ones here that are shown in the instructions. Looks like some stuff broke loose during shipping, because over here in the corner I got the one little washer that's shown on the instruction, one of them. Maybe I'll get lucky and find the other in here. Okay. No such luck so far. Could be stuck in the foam. Looks like already that the bottom 2 bolts are going to be using the front bolts on the winch. Hopefully we don't have any issues there, because we do have some custom bolts on there for our skid plates, but we'll see. Other thing in the picture here, part number 3, are the plugs that go in the bottom of the pole, like you have here. Those are also missing. So I'm going to install this, and then I'm going to put a call in to the warehouse there, CF Moto warehouse, and have them get me those parts. It does look like I'm missing that other little washer there, but I can find a little washer that'll work just fine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff cleared out of the way, and we'll get some tools out and get this put on. Alrighty, so I've got everything laid out here. So the connection points for this, there and up top there. So what that'll do is it'll go onto these bolts where your winch is, which we will find out together whether or not I'll have any issues with these, because these are bolts that come with this iron Baltic set, not the factory bolts, so they're a little longer, hopefully long enough to add on an extra 1/4 inch of metal here. Not quite a 1/4 of an inch, so hopefully we'll be lucky. And then the other point is they're going to connect up here. There's some connection points up on this here. And we'll take all that off together, and so I'm going to be using an impact to remove these bolts here and put them back on. This iron Baltic is a 13mm bolt here. I believe the factory bolts were a 10mm. And then these are the little Allen bolts that come with, which I was lucky to have both of them, come with this front bumper. And this uses a 5mm Allen. So we're going to be using that to tighten those on. And in lieu of the little washer, the single washer of the two I should have had, I found a similarly sized and thickness lock washer. So I'm going to use these instead. I'm suspecting it's not going to be a bad decision, and will hopefully keep anything from loosening up from rattling and vibrations on the trails. So, alright, let's set this up and we'll go ahead and put this baby on. First thing we'll do is we'll remove this cover. Always lift from the back and then slide it forward. Reason being is it's got these little clips that clip around the edge of the metal bar here. And it also has a little hole where there's supposed to be a little piece that fits in. Well, ask me how I know that you always want to lift it from the back. I tried popping it from the front and I snapped that little thing off, and I'm lucky I didn't snap these little clips off, because those keep it on just fine. That kind of just helps self-center it, but not the end of the world that that broke off of there. But set that to the side here. So these are what we're going for. And then I'm going to set the camera up here and we're going to take these bolts off. Really hope we have enough grab. You see, that's really the only thing holding the whole front of my iron Baltic skid plates up underneath here. And one thing I'm going to have to deal with, that you may not have to if you have the skid plates, is I've got these spacers from iron Baltic. I'm going to have to make sure the bolt gets lined back up through. It's just a couple of plastic spacers you can see in there. I'm just going to kind of let that all hang here for a sec. Well, I'm going to start by doing these uppers. I think that'll make life a bit easier down low. So let's just get that first one lined up. Make sure you guys can see me up there. There we go. Not very heavy, which is a good thing. I seem to be just adding a bunch of weight onto this unit, but it'll be really rugged for the kind of riding we do, and that's fine with me. I'm not looking to win any races. So that lock washer seems to work great. Covers the hole just fine. And hopefully it'll keep it nice and secure. Just going to hand tighten those. I'm going to go ahead and do both of them up there because I see no reason not to, and it'll help keep everything lined up. Of course, being a factory made bumper, everything's going to line up just great. It's not going to cover up the headlights or anything. The biggest benefit I'm going to gain from this front bumper is somewhere to tie this four-wheeler down. These gaps in here are too small to fit a strap through, and as I learned the hard way, this plastic is not very forgiving to bumps and things if you were to wrap a strap around it, as I cracked it on the very first time I ever did it. So this will give me a really good solid anchor point for when we're transporting on the trailer, which will be awesome. That's a big win for me. The back's not a problem because you've got all the area around the hitch point and things that you can attach things, but this will be a game changer. Normally you'd be able to go around the frame and things down below here, but with this skid plates on it, it covers all of that up. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky down here on the bottom. Like I said, my only worry is that we're going to be in some trouble with the length of these bolts. That will be a real easy fix if need be, but hopefully we won't have to make a run to the hardware store. So you gotta work it in sideways to get that lined up just right. Alright. Spacers lined up. Not gonna lie, this plate makes it a bit more difficult, I'm sure, than it would be normally. But we'll get her. You gotta just get the struggle along with me here. That's the fun, right? I get to deal with it, you just get along. Figure it out, I'll fast forward all of this for you guys. Well, I can tell once we get it lined up, we're going to have enough length, looks like. I didn't have too much trouble putting this part on when it was just the plate, but I've introduced a new element here with the Alrighty, so I ended up doing one side at a time. I took one bolt out all the way and then just did one side at a time, got that lined up, and then got these plastic shims back here straightened out with the help of my little Allen up in here, and got it on in there. I've already kind of snugged this side down on the right a little bit, but it looks like we're going to have plenty of length. Pardon the noise here. That brought us back right to where we were when we started. That is solid. And I think, honestly, those two bottom bolts will keep this thing on its own, and these are just to keep it from tipping at all, but I don't know that they're going to do too much. Let's go ahead and get this cover back on. I would imagine it's built so it doesn't interfere with the cover, which it doesn't. As you can see, it fits right next to the clips. Like it's meant to be. And you even got a couple little hook points here if you need to, which is a nice little bonus. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that is nice. And it all ties in since it's the same thickness pipe as from the factory on here. It all ties together really nice. And that's going to give me a great spot to latch down on the trailer. Protect these lights from tree branch hits. Protect this plastic from anything we're going to be riding through out there. I like it. I think it looks great. Makes it look nice and mean. Not too obtrusive though. Some of these things are with so many bars going everywhere that they just look messy. I like it. One question is going to be is how's that going to impact my cover? Is it going to fit on there still once I get the front and back bumpers on? We shall see. That's the next step. Let's open up this back bumper.